Hi, I'm Arvind Chari. I'm the Chief Investment Officer at Quantum Advisors. Today, we are speaking about India responsible investing. What does it mean? What are the opportunities in looking at India in a responsible investment fashion? What are the threats? What are the pitfalls? Chirag, I spoke about responsible investing. Can you elaborate a bit about what that means and what that means specifically for India?
See, for a country like India, which is still a developing country, the challenge is twofold, right? One is to providing its large population with access to affordable energy, and at the same time transitioning to a cleaner forms of energy. If India continues to grow and with growing emissions, it could add anywhere between 10 to 38% to global emissions, depending on how it grows. It is crucial that India be a part of any solution that we create around carbon.
Internally at Quantum, we adopt what is known as an integrity screen. And I've been at Quantum since the last 7 years. And always there is this great emphasis on values like honesty, integrity, and transparency. So it's natural that when we as long-term investors invest in our companies, we should expect the same kind of high standards. Things like environmental and social factors, topics like climate change, things like diversity and inclusion, the UN pushing forward their sustainable development goals. So all these things kind of require us, not just investors, but the public also are now trying to ascertain more than just the financial impact of a company. The focus is not just on financial returns, but also on how the company is managing all forms of capital. When you look at Quantum's ESG efforts, what distinguishes us from others also is that we have a team of 5 analysts who are dedicated solely to conducting ESG research. So if I were to answer what does our rating comprise, there are two main factors which determine the final rating of a company. So the first factor is what we refer to as a quantitative factor. So whether it is things like their carbon emissions, whether it is things like their water consumption, on the social side, their health and safety record, and so on. The greater emphasis that we have in our rating methodology is on what we refer to as qualitative factors. So we need to reward companies which are doing better on parameters like carbon efficiency, water consumption, or those that have a better health and safety record who tend to engage with their employees better.
What we have done is we've been true to label, meaning ESG does all the heavy lifting in terms of the allocation. The allocations are decided based on the ESG scores of the companies and nothing else. We look at financial soundness of companies, but beyond that, it's the ESG scores which is paramount and decides the weight that the company gets in the portfolio. So that has, I think, ESG processes work, and that allocation of being emphasizing ESG has worked really well for us. So these two combined, I think we think that sustainability be the driver of long-term returns, and that is what we are banking on. And I think, given our short experience, it's done really remarkably well for us, and we are hopeful that it will do better in the future as well.